Welcome to the Rising in Real Time podcast. Rising in Real Time is a living conversation among three women who are not only talking about healing, but embodying it.
Each episode is a snapshot of our collective becoming, the tender, the raw, and the radiant. Together, we rise through stories of ancestral remembrance, sacred ritual, and embodied freedom.
This isn't a show about being healed. It's a devotion to what it feels like to rise again and again in real time.
I'm Christine.
I'm Sia.
And I'm Shoshetta. Let's get into it.
So thank you. Well, hello, ladies. Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, welcome back. It is our season finale. This is our final episode of season 1. We did the thing, and now we're here at the end for a beautiful reflection. So, as y'all know, I'm Sia. I like to introduce Christine, my co-host, and my other co-host, the beautiful Shoshetta, and our lovely special guest today, Ia Kat, also known as the Hungry Medium, BKA the Chironista.
BKA, a bunch of names.
So I'm gonna give it on over to Christine while she goes ahead and get us grounded and set our intentions.
Yes. So I just like to ground us as much as we can just to remember our intention today. As she has shared, this is our final episode of season 1. We did the thing, and we couldn't think of a better person to reflect on our season and our collaboration than our beloved mentor, the Hungry Medium. And yeah, our intention today is just to invite you on to use your wisdom as a reflector to kind of share on what it's been like to watch your mentees actually do the thing, and reflecting on the podcast episodes that we've released, and your reflections, um, also grounding us in the cosmic weather of the moment. We are in Mercury is sextiling with Uranus today. So the planet of expect the unexpected. So we have an intention, but we invite whatever comes into this space, into this circle, as where there might be lots of things that might pop off and take us different rounds. But our intention is to reflect on season 1 with our mentor, and to get, what may have surprised you, what may have delighted you, and we welcome some disappointments as well, reflections, but we would really love to hear from you and just like chit chat and kiki and reflect on this season 1. And before I pass it over to Shoshetta to introduce our lovely co-host, I was grounding right before we got into this podcast, and I pulled a card. So if that's okay with y'all, I would love to share because it felt really aligned. So I'm pulling from the Herbal Astrology deck, and so on point and so potent as usual. The card that came through was Kava Kava Community.
Mm.
And I think it's really beautiful because there's 3 beings here, um, actually 4 beings here. And so just thinking about, us communing this whole season 1, and then it does look like a guide has come in to like be in community with this group of people. And if you're watching on video form, you could see the card in the 4 people communing like right here. And so
Where's
I'll
the
just
fourth
really
person? Where's the fourth person?
Uh,
One,
this is
two.
the 4th person
No, where's the fourth person? I see.
right here.
Oh, there's 3 over to the side over there.
Yeah, under the leaf.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice,
Mm-hmm.
nice.
And it's
Mm.
my favorite number, so I love that
What
too.
number is it?
48, 84, 48 are my favorite numbers. And
Oh,
so
those
the
are
fact that
very good numbers for me.
okay, hey
That's
now.
Obatala's numbers.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
interesting. I never knew that. Yeah, those numbers follow me. Anyway, the guidance from Kava Kava in community. Kava's energy moves through our nervous system like a butterfly, relaxing, widening, and assisting us in surrendering. Although you might be amid an important moment in your life, remember that you don't have to do it alone. When you widen your circles intentionally, you receive support from the universe and others to join you on the path. To fully draw upon the butterfly's medicine, it gently invites us to observe our position in community and in this moment. Are you a protector, a creator, a connector, or a visionary? And how does that correlate to this moment in your life alongside of your evolution? The egg, the caterpillar, the cocoon, the butterfly. Oftentimes, finding your purpose within community and the parallels within your inner journey can provide great relief and meaning. Sometimes grief. We welcome that too. So that was the card that popped up. And I think it's on point for what we've created this season. So I'll pass it over to Shushetta so she can introduce our guest. And we would love to hear your reflection on all the things.
Mm.
Yes, sorry, couldn't find my mute and my computer's doing something funny. But Mercury, Uranus, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm
exactly
just
that.
gonna roll with it. Explains so much about my morning. But I just have to acknowledge the fact that the three of us together, are always talking about the farm, Ia, the farm. Well, here is the illustrious Ia, Kat Niambi. And I'm going to read some excerpts from her bio so we know just who we're actually talking to. So, in case y'all don't know, now you know.
You
All
know,
right. So,
Bell
Kateria,
Biv DeVoe.
what'd you say?
I said Bell Biv DeVoe. Now you know.
Now you know. Kateria Katniambi, renowned internationally as the Hungry Medium, an accomplished spiritual activist, is a vessel for transformative soul searching and healing enlightenment. By sharing her remarkable gift of communing with spirit, Kat has played a pivotal role in empowering hundreds of clients, mainly Black women, with the guidance to find clarity, focus, and direction in their day to day lives. Adding to her multifaceted talents and gifts, Kat boasts over 38 years of corporate marketing expertise. Following a triumphant battle with breast cancer in 2012, Kat exited the corporate world. Same.
Oh,
Exited the corporate world to pursue entrepreneurial endeavors, including her lifestyle brand, The Hungry Medium, and Middleton Cook Farms, a 501c3 charitable nonprofit organization. A born and bred New Yorker with a bloodline enriched with Gullah Geechee birthrights, Kat founded Middleton Cook Farms in 2022 while residing in Charleston, South Carolina, the native home of her mother and matrilineal ancestors. A passion-driven mission to return to her roots while creating an online portal for Black women to return to to rest. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. To rest, reinvigorate, and heal inspired her to found Middleton Cook Farms, named in honor of her mother, Emily Middleton, and father, Bennett Wesley Cook. Through various professional affiliations, her primary goal is to build enduring relationships across the country with prospective donors, partners, and supporters. And most importantly, she is our beloved mentor. So give it up for the Hungry Medium. I know that's a lot, but
I
welcome.
know. I know she's sitting over there like, here y'all go.
What is happening here?
I never ever tire of hearing it. I'm like making sure it's still accurate, still resonates. Um, yeah, like people say, "Oh, let me get your bio," and I've worked so hard on crafting that bio because it's such a Gemini-ish bio, but it's also very Virgoan. It's very Scorpio-ish. It's very oh yeah. It's all the things. And did I say Gemini? only only because before we came on, I was telling you guys what a rough day I've had today, and not a rough day in regards to um uh somebody did something. It's just a day of waking up to this Pisces moon that had me in a Neptunian state of fear. um and you know what, I realized today that fear is okay. It's okay, and I tell people this all the time. And I'm not saying like I'm just realizing this, but I have to rethink it. Always remember that fear is okay, because the courage that it takes to do big and scary things is knowing the fear is there, but doing it anyway, doing it with the fear. And I'm about to make, I've made several um, transitional moves in my life. And and every time I make them, I'm just like, just do it, just do it, just do it. And I think my second Saturn return coming in a few weeks is showing me again how to be like that, how to be in the flow. I have foundation of family and mentees and friends who are all there to support me in these decisions. But sometimes I just sit there and go, oh my God, I can't believe you're doing this again. I'm about to move. And I wouldn't have been able to say that 3 hours ago because I was about to stay. Okay. I was about to sing that Jennifer Hudson, I'm staying, I'm staying. I was about to stay. And I said, no. I spoke to the Orisha, and they were like, babes, it's going to be all right. You going to be all right. So I go, I say that with listening to that bio. If I stayed all the time, you wouldn't even hear that bio. You wouldn't even hear that by if I just stayed. I know a lot of people with Saturn and Aries, and I have Saturn and Aries. I know a lot of people with Saturn and Aries or Chiron and Aries, which I don't have, who cannot move. They cannot move. And I've never been that way. I'm always moving, always moving. And something about the second Saturn return on, almost there, that was making me sit there and say, should you just stay and don't do anything, don't rock the boat, don't make any more moves, you doing all this, you're doing the most, then I remember, you are the most, baby, you are the most. You didn't get this far by sitting still. I didn't get this far by sitting still. So thank you for reading that. I'm glad I talked to Arisha before I came on, because I would have still been in that mind space, that Gemini mind space, with the moon in Pisces, and Uranus creeping closer and closer to my eighth house. That was just like, no, you got them, there's a gospel song, you gotta move, something like that. I just gotta move, otherwise I won't be able to expand on that beautiful bio that has been crafted over time. So thank you so much. Thank y'all so much for scheduling it on this day, and I'm so glad I'm able to be present with y'all. Beautiful. Oh, the reflection about y'all. How are we here? How are we even here together? This is a wild story, how we got here, the four of us in this space, amongst our other, people in the farm. But then, I know you guys are going to get into the creation of the farm and the whys and the whats, but what has come out of that is larger than I could have ever expected. And to come up with a mentorship program, a formal mentorship program, again, doing something scary and not thinking anybody would even apply. I literally did it. I was like, nobody's going to apply.
I just want to highlight that Neptune has been like there always, because Neptune was doing stuff at the time that you started the first mentorship, which you've shared with us and shared in talks in all over the place, mostly Substack, but definitely that it was what, no, you were dealing with Neptune. I would say you were dealing with Neptune. Neptune was working on you, and you decided to do this mentorship. It was like you didn't see
Yes,
them as connected, but you did it. And that brought Christine and I into your world, which
yes,
we are so grateful for. I'm speaking for Christine, but I know that she feels the same.
OGs, yes.
Yes. And then I don't know for sure. Did we talk about if Neptune was around again when you decided to do the second?
It was.
well,
It
I'm
was.
sure.
I mean,
I'm
I
sure.
feel like it was.
It
yes,
was.
it was
It
there
totally was.
14 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
so
that house, in your inner child house, right? So
right.
it was, then you did your round two. And here comes the beautiful Sia, as
Yes,
well as a lot of other beautiful folks.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But in the midst of that, in the middle, you did start the farm.
I did. I started it during Neptune, Saturn together in Pisces because Neptune was there for the past 3 years. So the first mentorship program happened in 2023, right? So that's around the time that the first mentorship program started. And it ended, Neptune just left. I mean, Saturn and Neptune just left Pisces together in a way. And before that, I had the mentorship program last year, right, Sia? I think it was last year or 2020. Yes,
Yeah. It was last
25.
year and it was in March, Pisces season. So
Yes, and the first one was in Pisces season 2. And I don't pay attention saying I'm going to organize this during Pisces season. I think you all know by now that I just again move when my body, my Ori says to move. And I don't pay attention to upcoming transits. I feel a certain way. I do the thing, and then with the help of Christine and Sashetta and Pam, I say, wow, 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 look at that. That was the time that blah, blah, blah happened. So I have to remember that too. This is such a perfect day for this conversation because, I am affected by the cosmic weather for
Oof.
sure.
And I love that you said that I am, because not only do we have this Mercury sextiling with Uranus, but Mercury is also entering into Aries,
Yes.
which is the mantra of I am. And so, how you say that you're affected by the cosmic weather, do you want to share with our viewers some of your cosmic placements so they can ground themselves into what you're reflecting on?
Mhm.
Or, um, yeah, just a little
Yeah.
bit of tea into
Sure.
your cosmic
There have
weather.
been some new asteroids that not new, but asteroids that I'm focusing on, and I know Christine would love to talk about Medusa. Um, so I have but my mains are Gemini, Sun in the eighth house, and I'm a Scorpio rising and Scorpio moon. So as you know, that's the first house, that's my identity. And I have Saturn in Aries, which is my second Saturn return coming with all these planets inside of Aries, and my Chiron, which is where the wound lives, is in Pisces at 29 degrees in my fifth house. My fifth house of play, joy, pleasure, inner child, creativity. Those are my mains. Those are my mains. And Medusa is hanging out in my 12th house along with Libra and Mars and Libra, which is a recent awareness. I mean, I was told it, but I wasn't paying attention, and so that has become very significant to me as well. Yeah, those are them.
And I'd
Those
just
are
like to
they.
also point out that you're a reflector too,
Yeah.
for those that are
Hmm.
into human design. So just really feeling the
Hmm.
cosmic weather is definitely a reflection in
Yeah.
So we appreciate your guidance and your reflection and sharing
that. Reflector thing, I think, even though it's one of the rarest human design profiles, it is difficult because all the others have things that people can do just normally, like, oh, where do I feel it in my body? With the reflector, it's all about the cosmic weather. It's literally based on the moon and the moon, where is it that day? And who can wait 28 days to decide if something feels good or not, And so my trick, as some of you already know, is to look at what the moon is that day. So like today with a moon in Pisces, and I woke up early in the morning, with that, and I haven't had these in a long time, where you wake up and you're like, oh my God, what are you doing? Oh Lord, no, you can't go back to sleep.
Where am I? What am I supposed to be doing?
That's what I was saying. Like, wait, where am I? What time is it?
Why are you doing this? Don't do it. It's a big mistake.
No.
Because and the moon is in Pisces. It's ethereal. It's Neptunian. It's indecision. It's watery. It's Olokun. It is being, the decision about moving. Olokun is, very precious and ancestral to me. And I'm in the home of my matrilineal line. And it's like, are you really leaving? Are you serious? Why are you leaving? And they are the ones that brought me here, so it's almost like I'm being pulled from my home. But in order to grow as children, children must fly, and I need to fly. And even the moon in Pisces is talking to y'all is very emotional. Like, I don't know if you could tell, like my voice is just so, I'm just filled with emotion because I'm in a gratitude state that I have tools to help me ground. In fact, let me get my tiger's eye, because I need to sit on something to keep me grounded here talking to y'all. Otherwise we'll be having a boo-hoo fest, which I don't mind.
By the way.
Know.
I hope y'all are watching the video or get a chance to see.
Look, I'm putting it right under.
While she's putting grounding on her crystal.
I need to just put it right there to keep me grounded so I can stay focused. And talking to you guys today is even more emotional. This Pisces moon has got me in my emotions. And in the past, even if you know me from years ago, I've never my emotion has usually slanted towards anger and rage, but keeping it in, but of late, and I'm so happy, it's the free flowing of tears when they need to come, of emotions when they need to come, and giving those emotions. You heard that horn from the train? Giving emotions and receiving love and understanding from the collective. And I feel like you three know what it's like to be under the influence of motherhood, because one of the things that I struggle with is this obligation, this word obligation. And through family constellation, I realized in terms of money and success, I had this obligation to my father. But in terms of stability, even though my kids are in other parts of the world, I still feel an obligation to be stable. But I'm not made that way. I'm not made to be stable. I'm made to fly. I'm made to move. I'm Gemini, I'm mutable. I know Scorpio's fixed, but it's a water sign. So there's a flow aspect. And the Gemini is just like, come on, no, next thing. What's next? What's next? It's boring. Come on, come on, come on. You just sitting here. You ain't doing nothing. Even though I'm doing a lot, Gemini is ready to move. So there's this battle between being the stable mom, and obligation. And obligation for me is something I'm trying to release because it doesn't need to be at the level I keep it at. My children are grown. They are grown, honey. They are off doing what they want. But sometimes children want you to stay in one place, be that mom who just does this one thing, mom.
Are
Be,
you talking to me?
yes, I am.
And I was going to also ask, do you find that in regards to being a mentor as well? That, you
Mm,
know, wanting you to stay fixed and be one
yes.
particular way and
That's a loaded question. Christine asked that question already knowing the answer. She just want me to go there.
well, I'm just thinking in terms of mentorship, right? Because we're reflecting on, well, you're reflecting on us as mentees, and
Yeah,
so just hearing that from our mentor is a beautiful reflection for. I'll speak for myself, and just
yeah,
like always, kind of. Like even just like hearing that from you and like even just I relate to that too, like
yeah,
wanting to be like we are all moms and all
yeah,
carry these forms of mentorship leadership in some
yes,
ways. And
yes,
so hearing you speak that makes me reflect on myself and
yeah,
how I mother or how I want to show up as
yeah,
a mother, and just remind people like, hey, I'm not fixed, I'm going to be mutable, I'm going to change, or I am fixed and this is the way I see things, and it may take me a little bit longer to move or to activate in things. And so
yeah.
I just really appreciate that reflection.
Yeah, I have struggled, air quotes. I'm the queen of air quotes. I've struggled with that. And again, I approve of myself. I approve of myself. I approve of myself. And when it comes to my father, Bennett Wesley Cook, Ebaye, when it comes to my mother, Emma Middleton, Ebaye, when it comes to my children, when it comes to my community, I approve of myself. I am in charge of myself. My obligation is first and foremost to myself. I have to keep remembering that over and over and over again because yes, with not mentees, y'all get me for the most part, the ones that have decided to hang out and stick with me. But community often wants their leaders to stay the same. They want, because in many cases, especially dealing with the kind of topics we deal with and this sort of emulation, it's what happens is people want to keep you in a box. Everybody wants to keep everybody in a box. Yeah, the Hungry Medium cat, she is on Instagram and she talks about this. The Hungry Medium and is on Clubhouse and she talks about this. What people refuse to understand, and I just coined this phrase on Substack, yes, Sunday. I'm not an ATM. I'm not an automatic teller medium. I am me. I will change. If you can't keep up with that, I'm sorry. But I think what people should be able to do is look at the through line. In everything I do, there's a connective tissue to everything. So I would recommend, and the same for you, three, in your parenting, is bring the awareness to your families and your community about there is consistency there. There is a fixedness there, especially with my Scorpio. And the fixedness is that I just made up that word. The fixedness is that it has that Scorpio through line. of
The side eye.
yes, side-eye spiritualist, spirituality. I always equate Scorpio with
Non-surface. You're not
spirituality,
going to stay on the surface.
not on the surface. And I got to remind, I'm going to go deep. I'm going to go deep, and some people can't handle the deep, and they can't handle seeing me deal with my daily stuff in the deep. That's what's so fascinating. They want you to be perfect and present in a very fixed perfection with no problems going on. My reflection to the community is to see me in my process, is to see me as I go through difficult times and come out of it. Otherwise, what am I modeling? Blank
Yes, thank
ass
you.
shit.
Yes, okay, because that is one of the main reasons that I am here.
Oh,
Okay, and I know that sounds weird, but it's like it's real. And with all my Scorpio placements, if it ain't real, I'm gonna know real quick. And that's the reason it's real. And it helps me to be real and feel courageous when I don't. So thank you.
yes. I'll give you the line from my sisters who've had to deal with this since the day of my birth. They were 11 and 18 or 19 when I was born. And I have taken my sisters through a roller coaster ride of she ain't doing that no more. She on to the next. Um, and believe it or not, they are the least judgy because they've seen it from me since I was born. And you know what? My sister Yvonne, my eldest sister, always says when I say, well, I'm on to the next, this is what I'm doing. I changed my mind. I don't want to do that no more. She says, you always land on your feet. And that's when I've made it through cancer. I've made it through horrendous relationships. I made it through the death of my parents. I've made it through raising two kids on my own. I've made it through bankruptcy. I've made it through moving and hopping from one place to the other. I've made it through a million jillion jobs. I've made it through living situations that were kind of like I've made it through. And my sister, like she says, or Whoopi Goldberg says, and I love that line from Color Purple where she goes, I'm still here. And that's what the most important part is, that I'm still here. I exist. Um, and I have community that has supported me through various stages of my life. This community, we're going to mark the day. This farm community, I'm pretty sure, came to me as a foundational um mm, as a foundational marker for me to ground me, because I'm not leaving y'all. You mark this day, Christine, and your notions. I'm not leaving y'all. I'm not leaving y'all. Some people may come and go. They may leave, and then all of a sudden they show up with a big ass question about, being a hoarder or something. They may just come on through. And I'm going to be there as long as the technologies and the frequencies allow. I'm going to be here. I'm always going to be here. I'm not going anywhere. I may move about in a very, physical way, but I'm always going to be tapped in to the collective and the frequency of the collective. And history has shown that.
Yeah, and you're not only here, you are here and extremely supportive. you were as supportive of us coming together in this podcast, giving us reflections and directions, telling us what we need, little fire, and all of that. You're here for so many flower childs. I was just thinking about the speakeasy on Sunday and the Niyasha and just the cultivation of that. So there's something about being a reliable presence, but there's also so much value in that reliable, supportive mentor presence, supporting your work and finding value in your work. So we appreciate you being here.
If I can, I want to chime in real quick. Yes. Because you're just hitting on so many points, but there's a few things I feel like I need to say because you talk about, the stability and being in one place and this obligation that you have to your children. And I'm sure we, in a sense, as mentees, feel like we fall as an aspect, of your children. You're very mothering to us. Absolutely. So what as a first house Taurus stellium, have been working through, I was writing a post on Substack before we met. It's just being secure in who you are. And that the stability and the security of self is what truly matters. And it's what will help anchor everything else. Because as you said, the things will go. What I'm learning is like, I'm so Taurian and materials matter so much and my home matters so much, but I am always flighting and I'm always moving and things are always shifting and I'll always find a really good friend and have to tell them goodbye. And there's just all these things and it's like the security and the stability. Well, where is it? So to reflect, yes, Christine, and to see like it's here. And I have to be comfortable with knowing like it's right here. It's right here. Yeah. And like you said, who needs you? They pop up out of nowhere. And because you keep that heart open, you get what I'm saying? You still move in that purpose of giving to the collective, no matter what our human may feel about it. So I love that. And then the last thing that I wanted to say was about the fear. Someone once told me that fear was fake emotions appearing real. And to hear that and to say that to yourself, like, oh, I'm in fear. This is fake. And it feels real as fuck right now. But I'm going to do the thing anyways, because our comfort hates change. It hates change because change is the unknown. We haven't been that route before. So run towards the change because you are so stable in who you are. Yeah. And we're going to be right there with you. And when I say we, that's all the folks. All the folks.
That's right. That's right. And I think the thing about the mothering, thank you for that reflection, Sia, back to me, because all of your Taurus stuff is my North Node, but also is fixed. We're opposite. Our stuff is fixed opposite, but very much related, right? Very much related. And the thing as a mother, with this obligation, we always want our children to be happy. And when you do something that will make your children afraid, because after us comes our children. After me comes my children. So I could be all about what I want to do, and I know this for myself, but then the fear, say that again, the fear is something real, say the acronym again.
Fear is fake emotions appearing real.
Fake emotions appearing real. Like what I feel, my children are safe and sound. My children love me. I'm secure in that. So the obligation comes from fake emotions appearing real. Like, oh, if I do this, my children aren't going to love me. And that's not real. That's not real. And they just, what mothers would have to do for their children not to like them? Hello. we can all attest, but we
yeah.
still love them. But
Yeah.
you know what extent? I got credits. I got enough credits on my mommy list that they can handle it. They can deal. And
Facts.
me being afraid of hurting them in my decisions or giving them anxiety over decisions, they'll get over it. And you know, I love to tell that favorite dream that I used to have, that current dream, my mother going away up the hill, up the hill. Mommy, don't leave me, don't leave me. And her looking back, looking like, you'll be all right. She's right. I was all right. You gonna
And
say
your kids know that mommy's doing something else. She's on to the next.
on to the next. I
The
just have
same
to
way like your
be,
sisters.
they're grown, but I have to be a little bit more mindful, I think, in expressing. I don't want to keep things from them, but sometimes, and I know that they're grown, but they can't handle everything. They can't handle everything. You know what I mean? And I do kind of like piece it out. You can get that. You over there can get that, because I'm mindful of that. But I
I have
would
a
love to
question. How do
know,
you know
yeah,
that line? How do you
what line?
know that line of, you know, what to share, what not to share, when to share?
Constantly reminded of it, constantly reminded of it, constantly needing to remember their placements and what they can handle.
And it's different with each child, huh?
Yeah. They can't all handle, because at the end of the day, any decision you make as an adult parent to adult children, they're going to say to themselves, how does this impact me? They're going to say it. How's what she's about to do is going to impact me? And that's real. And that makes sense, because thankfully I didn't raise children that were martyrs. They're thinking about themselves for a moment. How is what my mother's saying going to impact me? And I'm also thinking about that, but that's not what I should be thinking about. I need to think about, how does this impact me? So, what I love about you three being together is y'all always come up with the themes of what brings y'all together. You know, again, the through line. And being a parent, we can all sit here and talk about that. You know what I mean? Um, you three, not me, you three being in relationships with partners, that is a through line that I love seeing you guys talk about as well. Because what it does for me as a mentor to see when all of you come together in that way is to see the synchronicity. And it's like you guys are sisters. So, why do I bring that up? Because you have each other, and my daughters have each other. So you know, with this triangulation, there's always, get off the phone with them. They probably talking about me. Get off the phone with them. I'm talking about one of them with the other one, and then one of them about the other one. Triangulations can be very helpful. They could be dangerous. They could be tricky. But I've considered myself to be an acceptor of triangulations, just by I was born under sort of a triangulation sign, not zodiac sign. But what I love about seeing you guys when you're talking is that triangulation and that sisterhood of synchronicity in your lives. You know, just to, my stone is working, my grounding stone is working. So what I wanted to really talk about, one of the things obviously, is watching the three of you. It's like, I don't know how to explain when I see collaboration and friendship and sisterhood by people who were complete strangers like 4 or 5 years ago. So, I said before we were going to come on here, that I would be giving y'all a zinger. I know you're wondering, what's that zinger gonna be?
You see my face?
Oh no. Are we leading up to the zinger?
I know. This is
Yes.
it.
You love how you like how I come in and take over your show and tell y'all what I'm interested in.
Oh, absolutely.
It
That's why
is.
we had you
You wouldn't
on.
want it any other way.
Surprise, surprise. It's Reflector. That's our song. Surprise, surprise. So, what I would love to hear, and you guys could, I think, do it through some sort of card pull. I would love to hear if in a card pull about Christine, your thoughts on your sisterhood. Sia, through a card pull, your what it pulls about your sisterhood. This specifically, because this is the season finale. So I would like to know what the cards are saying about your sisterhood between the three of y'all. And I like that you named it RRR because that's three as well. Did you come up with that on purpose? No.
Well, the funny thing is, it started with you, Ia, you and me talking about
Oh
rich
yeah.
rising reciprocity.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we were mulling over names, and Sia was like, well, rooted radiance is something that always, resonated with her. It was something she had been working on. And well, I was like, we have to add another R because
Yeah.
it has to be RRR. So
Yes.
there you go.
Rich rising reciprocity. I would like to start with the youngest. Who is that?
It's me.
Okay, I'd like to start with the baby of the bunch.
How about the baby? Ever since I met you, Ia, I've been the baby of so many groups, and I've always been the oldest. I'm the oldest daughter.
Well, that's why then. Give yourself some time to be the baby.
Oh yeah, I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying
Good.
the youngest. Okay,
Good.
so I had to go and grab some cards because you threw me for a doozy.
Uh-huh.
So sitting back down, getting grounded. And our card pool is asking for the energy to become available as to how I feel in my sisterhood
Yes.
with RRR. Okay.
It doesn't even have to be RRR. You're two sisters here.
My two sisters here. Oh,
Mhm.
that's nice. That settles it a little bit differently.
Mhm.
All right. Do you just want one card? I feel like I need to pull two.
Then you do what you need to do.
As I'm doing this, I want to say, like, because we're talking to my mentor, I am a different type of spiritualist. I'm an artist spiritualist. I live my spirituality. So this always felt very unreal for me, Torian.
Mhm.
But like Shashetta said earlier, EACAT has given us this courage to be confident. All
Mhm.
of this work that we've done, and it didn't come overnight.
Mhm.
All this work that we've done to be courageous in our rituals, courageous in who we are, to be confident and just stand. So I like that I'm being tested to use cards because I use them rarely.
Mhm.
A couple of things came out, but I took two. And the two that I took was the solar plexus card,
Courage.
courage. And then this card here was choose wisely.
Mm. Yes.
And we have, different paths, different journeys. We all come from a different background, and we all come together and we're able to have a safe space. I look at the water, that water is home to me, it's safe. We come together for this safe space of just pouring into one another.
Mhm.
Um, it helps me to be creative. Like you said, that courage. My Medusa is in Leo. It helps me to just, creatively shine. I draw so much from Shashetta and Christine. I feel like I said this early on. They were my teachers just as much as Ia was a mentor when she didn't know it yet.
Mm.
So to be in this community, it gives me safety,
Mhm.
and it helps boost the courage. And it's a different type of love to experience with two women who not try, but understand you in so many different ways. Bringing in the human design, the astrology, we're spiritualists, we're mothers. They really hold space for the titles
Mhm.
and just allow you to be.
Mm.
Where I can't say I've ever found that type of love anywhere else.
Mm.
So that is how I feel about my sisterhood. I look forward to meeting with y'all every single time, even if it's just admin meetings. And I thank y'all. Thank you so much. And thanks, Ia, for giving me the opportunity to love on them out
Of
loud.
course. And because you're the baby, you're gonna get the first reflection on the cards you pulled. I'm gonna give you the reflection. You were
Okay.
talking about courage and confidence, and then the card for courage and confidence came up. But what I see is that you've struggled in family life over the years with the family you were born to.
Mm-hmm.
And you, as this beautiful rooted radiance beauty, has chosen wisely your own sisters.
Yes.
You have chosen wisely yourself through your ori, through your courage to try, through the God in you who has chosen her own family when the family she had didn't serve her. You see that?
Ooh, can I hit the heart bowl, please? Ooh.
Mm.
Good card pull. Good card pull. You see what you did?
Thank you. I'm gonna say yes, I do see that. I feel that. And I feel like not too long ago I may have said that to
Mm,
them in a text message.
mm,
So
mm.
we spot on.
You
We spot on.
absolutely did. I remember
You
that
spot on.
verbatim. You're the chosen family, and I felt
I
that in
didn't
my
pull those
shondo.
cards. You chose those cards. You chose those cards wisely. You understand?
Yep. Choose wisely.
Choose wisely. You did that. What is that a picture of?
I know I have the zoom on. So there it's a water lake, and this is like the boardwalk that you walk out to, and each one
Mhm.
is a hand that chooses
Mm,
and some type of birds.
mm. I love that. Love that. Wonderful. Christine, you are next.
Oh, thank you for that word, Sia, and that reflection. That was potent. That was powerful. And I love me some y'all. So thank you so much. And pulling cards, Muffin, of course, has gotten all into the mix. She's laying on top of the cards right now, but so cute. The card that I pulled similarly, which is very wild, is the Sun card. So bringing in that solar plexus with the rose here, and it says the sun, joy, fun, life force, success, and play. And on the bottom of the deck is anointed, and it speaks to answering the call, leadership, and soul's gift. And when thinking about my sisters here and the reflection of what we've done, it feels like coming together like a sleepover every time we get together. And if it's like a teenager again going with my sisters, like it's literally like everybody be quiet. We're on, we're on the phone. We have our time. We're gonna play, we're gonna have fun. But even though it may be an admin meeting, because I do bring in some of that, aspects of like, okay, what are we doing here? Let's get it structured. It's still fun. It's to me, it's fun. It's still fun. All of that is really fun, and I find joy. And a lot of times in my analytical mind, in my spiritual devoted mind, it's a lot. My my Vesta is in Leo in the 12th house, and so like devotion to me is fun, right? But is it really fun? Like the fun that you think, the joy, the vitality? But yes, to me, like this spiritual triad that you shared is definitely fun. And looking at the other card, the anointed, the answering the call, the leadership, the soul's gift. I think of the beginning of this, and I was kind of invited as a third party on what Sia and Shishetta already created. They already started recording and doing some podcast already, and they called me. It was like, well, actually, I think you would be a great addition. I think Sia said that, and I was able to answer the call. And through that came the three R's, the rooted, radiant risings, and um, in a way, and I've talked about this in Substack and all the places, leadership is hard for me. And I'm so grateful for Shishetta's reflections and everybody, your reflection on what true leadership is. And we are all unique leaders in our own individual ways. But when I think about our triad and what we're completing here, I see how embodied inquired leadership shows up in some of the work that we do with each of us. And it's just a really, in knowing and being tapped into the cosmic wisdom and knowing my sister's natal charts, I really do see how the soul's gifts of that leadership comes up, and it is an influential in each and every one of us. So I'm so grateful for answering the call to join and to be part of RRR, and that we have the ability to have fun and play. And devotion and spirituality doesn't need to be, the strict, I'm the first thing that comes to mind is Virgoan way. It can be really, really fun and playful and um, spiritually tapped in as well.
Woo, come on, Chiron and Gemini. That's a lot and beautiful and luscious. And the fact that you did pull a Leo card in a sense that matches with the solar plexus of courage, it really does speak. And the fact that it's in your 12th house, as Pam says, you can't see it. You can't see it, but you're seeing it. You are look in this Aries season. There was a recent post that says every time they show the ram for Aries, the ram is looking back. And you have that ability to look back and see the joy and see the creativity and super duper on the reflection. Super duper on, if there's somebody who's super duper on reflections, it's this child right here. This child right here. And the fact that you pull the anointed, what it pulled out to me was that description of Cassandra that we just discovered. For your viewers and listeners, that was the name I came up with for the woman who embodied the farm back in 2022, 2021, 2022. I was like, Cassandra. And then it turns out all of you are Cassandra. Y'all can Google Cassandra. Google Cassandra. But it's that anointed. This is a union that is anointed. You just flow. One of my main fears, fake emotions, was thinking that I would have to referee people and I'd have to be in this portal telling so and so stop being so snippy. And no, that has never, ever, ever, ever happened. Ever. Ever. No drama, no cattiness, just women loving on women. And that's anointed. That is anointed. And all the subgroups that come out of it, and sub friendships, and people who live in the same cities and doing the things with each other, anointed. I look like the Pope. Bless you, my children. Wonderful. Do you guys have any reflections on what Christine pulled before we move to Sashetta? See how I'm running your podcast?
Just
Can't help myself.
Running it.
just beautiful. That's all I could say.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And the way you show up is beautiful. The way you communicate is beautiful. Like the way you know systems is beautiful. Like
Yes.
I could go on all day about my sisters because this is just one of those spaces where we really get to like take all that off. And it's just like you say, we flow.
Mhm.
It's anointed.
And that's so different. And I'm so grateful for it. And so, um, my cards, of course, I had a whole bunch pop out because they don't like to listen. Sometimes I'm like, one card, please. But no. So, I got forgiveness.
Mm,
I love that she's reaching for the moon,
mm,
or they are reaching for the moon.
mm,
Freedom, upside down. Trust, upside down.
mm,
Y'all can't see nothing. Sorry. It does say trust. And at the bottom of the deck was voyage. And there's
mm.
that water. And I love that it's like a whale with like a little whale under here. And the big moon in the distance, a full moon. So for me, being the elder of the group, I found a gray hair right here lately. Okay, the elder of the group.
You'll be all
Um,
right.
I'll be all right. I have to be all right. There's no choice about it. Okay, so my reflection is that this space, this trine, it gives me the ability to have forgiveness for self, for how I have not allowed myself to be free and how I haven't allowed myself to trust, or how I need to be free and how I need to trust. Because it's just a reminder of what realness is and how, you know, I've had other trines before and how it hasn't always worked out so well. And so just being able to be myself, be vulnerable, which is not something that I do very easily, in front of others, that is, okay, with a camera on me. You know, but that space, the voyage, it's like the accompaniment to have, you know, to have folks, the community, to have sisters who are walking with you, who hold you up, who say it's okay, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. Maybe a little more gentle than that, but basically at the end of the day, it's you'll be all right. Yeah.
And comparable to Sia's experience, I think that is important for you too. You know, having that family that you've chosen
Yep.
and having that trust and seeking freedom through this voyage, the seeking of trust and freedom during this voyage. What was the first card again?
Forgiveness.
Forgiveness, yes. And you know, that mirror work, inner child work, which ties into the courage and the solar plexus and the Leo. You know, we
Yes.
are all, we know how we focus on our inner child. It's so important. It's just so important. And having, you're coming up on your Chiron return, young
I
lady.
am, baby. Yes, I
And
am.
honey, baby,
Baby.
with your Taurus moon, you are going to be
South Node also.
yes, your South Node, right. So lessons learned, past life. You've been here before. You know you're gonna be all right. The mirror work of telling inner child, I forgive you.
Yes.
You're talking to the past life inner child too, and really trying to reparent her to, and we were talking about parenting a lot today, the
Mhm.
reparent her so that you can show her that there is freedom and trust in this journey, that she can rely on her sisters,
Yes. Specifically with the women. Like specifically
specifically that
with
Taurus
women.
moon with the
Yeah.
women.
Yeah.
You know, and you being a Leo rising, it's just so perfect how all the puzzle pieces fit in with all of you. You as the elder, sis, you are the elder. But just like me, my piece of advice is learn from the young. Learn from the young. And that's all I do. You know, I call y'all all my teachers. I say that every day. I say, y'all are my teachers. Y'all just watching y'all being present. You know, the gift of your chirons is the gift of presence. Just walking in the world as yourselves, your authentic selves. The through line for all of you was courage, courage and love, because courage is love and love is courage. Because to be vulnerable, Sashetta, it takes courage to be vulnerable. I know that deeply.
And Sia
I
said it
know.
before, safety.
Safety.
Yeah, for all my Taurus placements need that safety,
Yes.
especially Chiron.
And you can give that to, you can give it. No one else on earth is going to give it to you the way that you need to give it to yourself first and foremost.
Yep. Yeah.
You're the big mama of yourself. I love this. Do y'all see the synchronicity? That's what makes me want to go. Not the kind that had me under the covers, but the kind that makes me want to turn on some loud ass music and dance.
Yes. I love it.
You know, I'm proud of all of you. I not only proud, but it's like an admiration for myself. How they say when they get up to the podium, I like to thank myself. Because in thanking myself, I'm thanking God. I'm thanking Source. I'm thanking them for getting me here. My mother was right. You'll be all right. And all right is not just okay and regular. All right is all right. I love
Key
y'all.
Kendrick, yo, we gonna be all right.
We gonna be all right. Yeah, I love y'all. I love y'all deeply. I love this union. I'm looking forward to what y'all are gonna be doing next. Are y'all gonna stay together?
Oh, wait, what?
This is the breakup
Huh?
announcement. No,
I know.
just
Wait,
kidding.
what? I'm like, is this news to me?
I was
See,
just
that's the
going along
baby.
with
She'd
you.
be like, what do you
Let me
mean?
see.
Of course
That's the
we're
Of
baby
staying
of the bunch.
course. And if you want to
Yeah.
tease, who wants to tease next season? Because we are definitely staying together.
Are you gonna tease next season?
Well, can I wait?
Yes.
Leah, what do you think? If you could take a guess, what do you think after reviewing us last season? Like, what do you think we're gonna tap into a little bit more?
I feel like y'all are gonna tap into inner child joy. I
Sure.
think y'all are going to tap into sexual energy, sensuality,
Hot fire.
and creativity. I think Leo has been like what I've been seeing, visibility. That's what I feel. I don't know if that's what it is, but that's what I feel.
Yes, yes, and
Yes.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. 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 Big
Mhm.
Leo
But
energy for season 2. Big Leo energy.
See?
absolutely. Through the
See?
lens of
See?
exploring committed partnerships further.
Yeah. Because you know what? I bet you got a lot of response. I bet you got a lot of response to that topic because there are so many Black and Indigenous women who are witchy woo spiritualists, but they are in traditional relationships. And I don't mean just man and woman, I mean in part committed partnerships where the other partner is not really necessarily the same. And when you got together, you weren't all on where you are now, and it's like they are meeting a new person and you're trying to figure out how to get along. And some of you have been through it, and some of you are now gratefully willing to talk about it. Because again, people don't want to see the perfection. They want to see the growth. They want to hear the stories. And I don't see anyone talking about this in the collective at large. No one.
So we're going for it, but through the lens of inner child and sexuality and creativity.
Joy.
Joy.
Centering ourselves.
Centering ourselves.
I love that. I
Yes.
love it.
Thank you for the push. Thank you for the push.
I
We
be
appreciate
watching.
it.
I be watching quietly.
And we listen.
Right. We're slow. We're all earth, We got a lot of earth in here. So, we take our time.
Yeah.
But we deliver.
And I have Uranus in Virgo, so I'm gonna shake it up. We're gonna shake up that earth. We're gonna create an earthquake to get y'all rumbling, rumbling, rumbling. Because I see this is Christine. We talk about this a lot. Being a reflector is real, and the Scorpio placements is real, and I see things, but I can't always like try to be pushy about it. It's like gentleness around it, unless I was pulling cards for y'all every week and it says the same thing, then you know where I go. Then y'all know, y'all seen me when
Get off my card line. Yeah.
the person is like,
Right. Here again.
and what's
Wasn't
the
you
Shutter
here
say?
last week getting the card?
And the Shutter used to be in Instagram saying, honey, yeah, honey. Now I'm like, no, I don't need no goddamn honey.
Get
Enough
off
is
my line.
it. Honey, no, they don't need honey from me today. What are you doing in here today? Last week, did you do what it said? What did it say last?
Exactly. Did you follow any instructions from last time?
No, that's why
No.
they're back.
Y'all get to see it. Y'all get to see it in real time. Y'all know that let's talk a minute. I don't know how much time we have, but I want to talk about counseling other people. There is a point where you're channeling. It's not you, it's not me. I don't have a vested interest in this person through this portal. I wish you well. God bless. But if I'm channeling card pulls, why are these cards popping up? Not for fakeness. They're really popping up because the frequency and the energy is pulling for that person. And if you are pulling the same message over and over and over again for someone who keeps coming in and they think they're coming in and asking because they think they're going to get a different card every time.
And what I love is you always say you have CRS, can't remember shit, but you do remember. You're like, didn't you get this before? I feel like the card you feel like we've had this conversation before.
It's a feeling. It's a feeling of this is familiar for you.
Real familiar. And then you start picking up on their exact energy. Like there's been a couple of times I'm like, wow, I remember when that person said that because they said something that would make me side-eye them.
Yes.
And Ian kind of be in the middle of the reading and she'd be like, did you clean your closet? And I was like, they did not.
Did you file that paperwork? No.
Right. No.
Are you
No.
saying your mantras? No.
No.
I can't make somebody a believer. When y'all see me shut down, which I do, and when I shut down, you'll know when I shut down. When I say to the collective in the room, anybody else got some advice for so and so?
Because they ain't hearing me.
That's the key word. That's how you know. Anybody else got something? Somebody help me. Cause I'm shut down. I'm done. I'm like, okay, this person is not getting it. And I understand that. I understand that. That is the if you ask me what the hard part of my work is people who are not believers. And I don't mean like in God, I mean like in themselves or the God in them, the universe. They, I don't know what they think I'm doing. I don't know what they think. A lot of times people are just coming to see the magic show. Really? I'm gonna see if she gonna, I got this problem. I'm gonna see if she pick up on that problem. Yeah, but you making me mad now, and you making your ancestors mad. You making your guides and protectors mad because you playing games. You playing games, and I'll keep pulling the card for you. You can come in every week. I will keep pulling the card because you paid for your subscription, honey. I'm going to pull this card and it's going to say the same thing if you are not doing the work.
I love that, but it's not the idea that it's the belief in themselves and seeing the God in themselves, and also knowing that they already have the answer, because we also know, being in your rooms, we've seen how many times your cards are just confirmations of what people already know, or
Yeah.
what they already have been thinking about, or they just did, or have been stalling on doing. So yeah, that's, but the belief and the fear, here it comes again. It's just the fear, the courage to be able to do it. Now, that's the part that most of us are not willing to move forward and do.
You
And I
know,
think that's oh,
no, go ahead. No, no,
I
no.
was going to say that speaks to the question that you posed to us. I know that relates to me in terms of mentoring and giving back or doing that. It's that courage piece, that courage. It's like, especially for me, as my heavy stellium Virgo placements of needing to, like, I don't want to teach, or I don't want to lead, or I don't want to until I really fully embody the information and understand the information. Because who am I? But
Mm.
exactly that. I am who I am.
Yes.
And that's exactly why people come
Yes.
or, reach out and seek my wisdom.
Yes.
And so you've been a reflection of that for me. My sisters have been a reflection of that for me. It's like, show up, be real, just be you. And
Yes.
I've learned through your work that actually what I'm most scared of and what keeps me a little lion
Mm-hmm.
is actually my greatest gift. And I need to
Mm-hmm.
scream that and roar that from the top
Yes.
of the mountaintops.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so, yeah,
Yes.
that really hit for me.
And this is what I see in all of you. I see rosy cheeks. I see big hair. I see radiance. I see, this is what makes me happy when I see y'all being and stepping into your true identities. And not being afraid, because all you're doing is being yourself. You're not performative. You're just like, I'm going to be myself right now. And when I see somebody, I can tell when somebody's being themselves, but also seeing the connective tissue. What do I mean by that? A lot of times when I'm reading people, they don't understand why saying to themselves positive affirmations has anything to do with their job, or this lady at their job, or they didn't get a promotion, or they're not making money. They want to know the how. And I understand that from a Gemini perspective, an air sign, I understand wanting to know the how. But when that's where the trust comes in, we don't need to know how. Why don't you just try doing it for a week without question, without fear, without trying to figure out the outcome. And this is for me like a full circle of trust. When my fear waking up early this morning, um I literally was scared. I was scared to move. And what I had to be reminded of is you move anyway. And because of your trust in all the work that you've done, talking to myself, and you guys can pick it up. All the work that I've done spiritually, I'm not talking about at the job, spiritually, all the work that I've done has never let me down. Never, ever, 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 ever. I survived cancer. I live in beautiful, beautiful Charleston, South Carolina. And now I'm going to live in beautiful, beautiful back to Philadelphia. How am I going to do this? I don't know. Is it going to work? Yes. Why? Because it's worked before. And those are all my second Saturn return in this season with all these Aries. If that's not a signal from the universe and God, I don't know what is. All these signs in Aries at a moment that is pivotal in my life, pushing me for my second Saturn return, where my theory is I built the foundation. Saturn has given me lessons after lessons after lessons in really hard cosmic weather, and I've persevered. I've thrived, and to sit there and wake up in the middle of the night and question, that was a test. That was a test of the broadcast system, the BS, the test of the BS. And I feel like I had a momentary lapse, but I had tools. And the tools are the mantras. I accept miraculous occurrences in my world. Louise Hay. I approve of myself. I accept miraculous occurrences in my world. I approve of myself. I have to give myself the pep talk of, I approve of you. You're fabulous. You've done this countless times in this lifetime and in past lifetimes. Remember who you are, biatch.
Yes. I just wanted to say that second Saturn return is giving crone energy.
Yes.
And it's that reminder of like we've earned, like you said, the credits. We've got the wisdom and the experience to carry us through this. Even this. Yeah.
And
I
it's the
got
crone
credit.
energy without work, really, because that's where the mentorship lies, in just the reflection of where you've gone, the tests and the trials and the stories that comes with it. You know, it's like a chance to just sit back and be like, okay, here it is. Here's my story. That's the crone. That's the crone's feet that I want to be up under. Like, tell me your stories. Tell me where you've gone through, not what you're doing. No, it's your time to rest.
Yeah.
It's your time to receive and reap all the rewards of what Saturn has gifted to you because of all those tests, because of all those trials, because of all those tribulations.
Yeah. And to have Saturn with Aries, like, come on, Dad, come on, Dad, come on, and Dad is like,
Yep.
to be born with that placement during this time in the world of the matrix and what's going on in the world, I'm very grateful. Extreme gratitude, and extreme gratitude for all of you Cassandras, all of you spiritual nerds, all of you sisters, all of you flower childs. Gratitude to y'all.
Thank you. We receive.
I don't know how to do that.
Send it back. Y'all, apparently this is the old way.
Oh, look, mine don't work. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do that.
We're giving each other heart emojis on the Zoom if y'all are not listening, or if you're all listening and not seeing the video.
I love it. They're probably like, well, what's happening?
To do these hearts.
Gang signs. They're doing gang signs. Gang signs. That's right. Gang, gang.
Love, gang, gang.
All the way.
Gang, gang.
My
Love
husband
gang.
calls me a dealer of hope, a dealer of
I
hope,
Yes.
a
love
hope dealer.
it.
Hope dealer. That's
Hope
right. Hope
dealer.
dealer.
I
Not a
love
dope
it.
dealer, but a hope
A
dealer.
hope
Hope
dealer.
dealer. Hope dealer for sure.
Love it.
Thank you so much, Ia. This has been beautiful.
Yes, more than we could have ever asked for. Thank you.
I love y'all so much. I really do.
And we want you to come back.
Yeah.
So
I don't know
you
what I
were warned.
have to offer to that conversation.
Don't you worry about it,
We'll
okay?
bring you
Because
Yeah,
you
in.
do.
Hey,
yeah.
maybe it can be your annual wrap up of a season. I don't know. How are y'all
Yeah,
feeling
I'll do
about that?
that.
Like a
Cause
Yeah.
reflection of the season annually?
I'm
I
a
love it.
I'm a Gemini in Scorpio's house, and Scorpio kind of sort of stellium. Listen here, I could come on here and talk about sex now, and I'll make all of y'all blush. Y'all be like, "Oh my
Oh, I'm like, bring it on.
god!"
I know, I'm like, maybe not. I don't know. You might not. You might be surprised.
Get back up here. Get back up
Scorpio,
here.
I know.
Scorpio.
Bring
Pluto is
it.
in my third house, so I'm like, let's go there. Let's go deep and talk
Oh
about it.
yes, you got Scorpio in the third house, so you got to flip with me.
I
Yes.
do, I do, I do.
But in all seriousness, young ladies, I would be happy to come and do a wrap up again. Much success to you. Much success. The more you lean into your purpose statements.
Mhm.
Oh, can I do a plug for my illuminating
Please
your
do.
Please.
Please do.
if you made it this far, and if you didn't, oh well, you missed out. If you played, I hope people played on fast. I play everything on fast. Um, I have this amazing offer that I'm standing 10 toes deep in, illuminating your purpose audio recordings, because they are just that effing good. After I do them, I sit there and I go, yes, you nailed that. That was good, girl. It's like theatrical. I sing, but basically I take 4 particular placements in a person's chart, and I create this beautiful, not just purpose statement, but this real theatrical storytelling of someone's life and what they should be doing, and some of the challenges they may be faced with, but also how those challenges integrate with your abundance, and how you're supposed to shine, and how you're supposed to grow. And I also pull a tarot card for their life. And I just love these readings, and they actually, you can get it as a founding member now in Substack. So not only do you get all the stacks, but you also can do a founding member for the same price. So instead of booking through the Illuminating Purpose on my website, you can come to Substack and sign up that way. This way you become a subscriber and you get an Illuminating Your Purpose reading. More bang for your buck.
Yes. So is that the places where you're hanging out? We have the illuminating your purpose is what you are rooted in and centered and grounded. Where else can people find you?
On
Where
the
they can
stack.
connect with you?
On the stacks, baby.
What's
I'm
your
in the
stack?
stack. I got a new stack attitude. Okay.
Okay. And that's Substack for those who don't know
Substack.
the lingo. Substack at the Hungry Medium. You can find.
Yes, the hungry
Um,
medium dot substack.com. But also you can find it on my homepage, all my offerings, thehungrymedium.com, including the Illuminating Your Purpose if you don't want to come over to the stacks. But you know, the stacks is becoming another social media platform, and social media platforms don't really care for me. And that's okay, because now I'm talking directly to the people who do want to hear from me, and who want to reciprocate, reciprocity, rich rising reciprocity, for the low price of $10 a month while supplies last, or $60 a year.
Get it while it's hot.
Right. You decide what you gonna
And
pick.
it's
Pick,
hot there,
you know.
y'all. There's
Yeah.
there's things like 3 times a week. There's the speakeasy on Sunday. There's the card pull for paid members on Thursdays.
And then there's the
And then the
Kin's
pros that
log
come
on
in between.
Wednesdays,
Yes.
at least.
vlog when I
Kin's log.
feels like it. When I feels like it.
So the
Captain
stack is be
vlog.
stacking.
The
So make
stack is
sure that y'all
all of
connect
you.
with her.
All of you have stacks.
Yes.
All of you have stacks, and this
Yes.
portal, this container has a stack as well. I don't know what kind of YouTube SEO y'all are doing, but people need to know how juicy and goodness this is. So part of your Leo strategy is more promotion, more promotion, more promotion.
Yes, ma'am.
Speaking of which, you will be able to, we're now on Spotify. So you can catch us on Spotify, the podcast on Spotify, as well as YouTube and the stacks. So we will take that into consideration as we transfer into season 2, letting our light shine and the joy and the vitality come through as we talk about committed partnerships and all the juicy nicks that comes with that. But
Yes.
really, really
I love
thank
that.
you.
Potions.
I'm sorry?
Look at
Potion?
she's dropping
still
Easter
in?
eggs. Potion.
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 We're going to have to put a pin in that one. Potion.
Noted.
I love that. I love
Love
y'all.
you, Leah. Thank you.
We'll see you over at the stack. Hopefully we'll see some of y'all come get this. She's a
For
mentor over
season
there
2.
too.
Yes.
Easy way to now become a mentee. Just get on the Substack.
I love how we didn't mention how to get in the farm, and we won't.
Oh, we won't. Oh, we don't. They didn't know
And
it was a door.
cut. Scene. Fade to black.
Take a breath, beloved. You've just witnessed another layer of rising in real time.
We pray this conversation met you right where you are and reminded you that healing is not a destination. It's a rhythm, a remembering, a return.
If something here stirred your spirit, share this episode, leave a reflection, or tell a sister who's also on her way home to herself.
We'll meet you again in the next episode. Until then, stay rooted and stay radiant.